na otie ma group bi a ma sori se na ma hwan Charlotte say no ebema
no yoba
and you didn't see any sense. Where were they? Were their voices? Nini na irai. Very soon begin to ask them say no mo kasa no enra no mo kasa na ye dian. Was it fear? Was it intimidation? Was it cowardness? Or was it favoritism?
Yeah.
Just an anado ni MPP na ye almost ye MPP for until
okay.
And now say ye dian. Even Justin Kudiano Kra or Kasan. MPP for now are contemplating say does he deserve to be General Secretary again and I in control. I mean, this should occupy or more attention. Not whether say John Mama will call a second term or a third term. It's a constitutional provision.
Okay.
Then Drew home. The man is ruling. Tinyoma be everywhere across Uganda. Who now be preventing from going a second term or a third term?
It's a constitution man. Of
course, you can stop him. Ujina wa say na obeko bi ndu ko ye demonstration in Chief Justice in Tina we no be prevent John Mahama. How do you prevent him? Ye see the never kwa o MPP no we ndai. The only people that can say ye ma won say the president a third time if he wants to go is the Ghanaian.
Okay.
The Ghanaians too also decide and see so obedi akonya no ne performance design. Even if say $18 or buy about 13 ya amanfo so say mama ne nsa perform but ni nyina baby
perform you can business for ni some baby
ni nyina baby e obia
Many the national organizer of the National Democratic Congress NDC Amanyukuru Honorable Joseph Yammin anene masenya akwanya mene no assign atena sibiem na the last time we twa mu yetena ase nyema bi a na ehye nipa bitrim minim say ye clear e ma manfo mebiri na no eho etowo mo especially efa the appointment a nipa mebiri na ase na wo ma hwe list ni ma na omu ehunu Honorable Joseph Yammin ye clear sansem ni nyina betene ya sign ehia on national issues ye ba bebo enkomo na ye di enkomo na Monday na twa mu no na the minority demonstration concerning the Chief Justice and no ye bewure mu bi afenso no ye behwe the 120 days under President John Dramani Mahama and also ye bewure mu na afi ye behwe bibi kakra about the dollar ni cedi no samafo ebre na kasa enchiremu ba atofo sen kan de sanso na akọ the minority nso a afenoma akin ono nso kan de a ni nyina no niema ekoso ye hia Honorable Joseph Yammin de ne no behwe na ye di emu enkomo Honorable
ze
boko de
oh nyame adaro
de me ko say
padam fu no ze izi asame minchi anasesa ze an MPP no na je say nyame aye ne dia aka kufu ado
that's the first NDC we say MPP utimi chirem
but say dia nyame ado
niema ye
bibi adada akwa
amemu no nso
so Cedi eziti a onye obi na beka kire o se nsuo beto we ma ekusu the dollar yakọ. For the first time in the history of Ghana, businessmen are complaining say abainu slow down in terms of how our manage dollar no. Because baby a dollar no namo no omo koye adwuma no any baby a dollar na ba my papa inti no businessmen say omo we boka
amanfo pache o
but nipa dodo no so ho no ene matise anwa na nke to no 1000 series aba 600
yeah
ti obi abetimi akwa tobi. That is a good sign. Enti menya sure say yes me catch we say enioma ekoyi anza no say enioma ebe yes dey wa sheda kata na ni so order am before na fa nyoma akin no.
Okay, wow. Honorable Joseph Yammin Monday no and the minority demonstration meaning so follow omo kan say mebre omo say under President John Dramani Mahama Judiciary no eni ni fa ahudie enti save the judiciary demonstration so especially Chief Justice the suspension no saying the judiciary ne CJ suspension no ho nsensem no ko.
Well, sometimes me try to make minority next year. I had minority no money nyankopon ya yefe. So the more you try to understand God, the more confused
in a way
you become. Me try to make MPP for next year. Me tell you. There were 3 arms of government.
Yeah.
The executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. Executive no there. Through 2 means.
Okay.
In the decision executive.
Yeah.
Number 1, impeachment. The say you person 2 or man penny bia.
Yeah.
Odi djuma bi na ene Ghana mram fa.
Yeah, impeaching.
Yeah, the parliament.
Yeah.
Na members of parliament for abobo ho ani atoso aba. Itimi pamono.
Yeah.
The other one is the 4-year period na so. Na ka che Ghana for say munchire omdom kokuru muti no mo dey.
Yeah.
You both chief justice and also there is a procedure. Obi petition o mampenyi say say mram anko ya.
Okay.
Mra ne say o mampenyi tu anamo bi. On fanko council of state.
Yeah.
No mo nhwe say petition no ya ade bi a eto asumu a. Yem advice o mampenyi.
Yeah.
Say on hwehwem. So there was a chief justice no because you can't be a judge in your own court.
Sir.
No what na omapenyati committee. The committee we are. Committee ni hwehwemu e be free chief justice kro no. Na asem na e de ato no so ne akirikiri.
Okay.
O kiremu wie na enya de a emrakwan mu yetimi yi no a. Obesa abefa na kunya.
Okay.
But emrakwan mu yetimi yi no a. Obesa referee no be Friday atino. Enu kwan so a na e fa so e di Mame Charlotte was say.
Yeah, easy boss.
Na ebre procedure we aba. Obi atro petition. Arahu se me wonti na me say when you try to understand MPP for omuni nyankopon ya yepe.
Be confused.
Yes. Because enye NDC ba yi na petition afa Mame Chief Justice. Actually, by MPP man Nana Akufo-Addo a minute so ama anamo a ye de be suspended no asase.
Okay.
And that time no na afanyo markings no na ni afira na. Anana afanyo markings no ni Ghana. Ana wan hu ni say sa anamo na nana do tu no a breach of judicial freedom. See sometimes Lucky Dube or Nyumbi will say if you don't have anything good to say, please shut up.
Okay.
It's time we advise Afanyo Markins to say, Kasabe Bribino, it exposes you. He's a brilliant guy. Yadam for no, Yadam for you. But in Yasimbiani, ye can be you. But Assembly or what can it reduces your level to a certain level. You make mockery of your intellectual capabilities.
Okay.
Procedure. How do you fault John Mahama on this? Procedure no so ashase wo aban so.
Okay.
Ebe pie ne. John Mahama's crime is that wa makwan say enko Council of State. Council of State for the abase yenye hwehwem. Yesi hwehwem tranchen. Omampanyi the crime no.
Why no?
Na na do shas ye no, it wasn't a crime. Me dwe omo ho amenti ase, but again me feel say omo feel say eno ye kwan a omo befa so a omo be pepa omo anim gu ase. Unse nre ye eno omo so omo ko thank you to na da na e wo.
Yeah.
Anti sa demonstration no eba be kata. See, the MPP are very good in what we call diversionary tactics.
Oh, okay. Bibi ekoso na ya divert attention.
No, they are diverting attention. Because the topic that was running through the media was second idea will be.
Thank you, Ton.
Words of Warsaw, free Abronya to Kennedy, Japan. And stop way now fe almost supporters na so national chairman who free thank you to Bawumia Didi Akufo-Addo attempts and na so again no timi so na so no cra twin say at the ban. And no more yes our demonstration. This are demonstration, you know. If you ask me, it doesn't make sense. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of money. Of course, Sikano ebia omo allegedly we are enough omo suro se egu hocha wan hwe ani aba be huni aba be sesa omo shibi and omo shin wo kwan bi a ebi ade mfaso kakra bi bebre omo party no to say demonstration ni ade antisa at this particular moment a constitutional provision, why do you demonstrate against it now? Otie ma group bi a ma sore se na ma why Charlotte say no ebema.
No your ba.
And you didn't see any sense. Where were they? Where were their voices? Nini na irai. Very soon begin to ask them, say, no more kasano. And no more kasano. Was it fear? Was it intimidation? Was it cowardness? Or was it favoritism?
Yeah.
Just an anado ni MPP near you almost your MPP phone.
So okay.
And now say a but this is a process. Demonstration the obi our home crisis or demonstration.
But who Kodua ne others no Justin Kodua the general secretary ne others ni bin some come say the process na president now so nyina no the omo demonstration is not about chief justice ekura but it's about say omonya ne ntie hu ne say process we person a lead to President John Dramani Mahama say osabe contest another term aka ho.
But is that their problem? Obe contest another term omo problem no. It is the problem of Ghanaians. And omo nye Ghanaians o. Omo a section of the Ghanaian populace. And it is obe call a second, a third term. So obe call 100 term. What is their problem?
So almost within 4 years.
That's omo problem here.
And we will try another 4 years.
That is the problem of John Mahama and his party. It's not the problem of the MP.
8 years no.
Because Asem. No, omo na be kire na time Asem. I mean, this you more you may visit you. Bible say, "Edua timber."
Okay.
Eda wani ase. Well, who any?
Yeah.
Edua kiti bia.
Eda obi.
And what who say me kwa go yi aye na.
Aman.
Edi amount. It's a very big crack in the MPP. As to whether say yamma ba omi anko so one lady. And I say ancestor no mfa obi foforo mfa no mbra. Even Justin Kodua no kra wo kasan. MP before no are contemplating say does he deserve to be general secretary again and I control. I mean this should occupy or more attention. Not whether say John Mahama will call a second term or a third term. It's a constitutional provision.
Okay.
Then the man is ruling. Tinyoma bebrebe across Ghana. Who now be preventing from going a second term or a third term.
The constitution man
Of course, you can stop him.
Yeah.
And it's not even about the constitution, it's about he himself as a person. And we decided we are just about the party agreeing. Because John Mahama himself cannot come out and say that we have a contest.
Okay.
He will come through the party procedure. But the party will have to nominate him to stand on the ticket. And the fact that Oseko Juaye and Adrian said, "Obaso contest the MP." No, be no I am penning contest the MP. What for form?
Dabi.
And you obey that as a one penny. If you won't agree, you go to court. Kasa no best open. They just go there. Kasa say, your mama wants to go a third term. No,
yeah.
Now stop no from source of a car. So catch a Justin go there say, peg at the papa being and when guys answer some. If you think about his re-election,
because
maybe I don't know.
Almost for 8 years where we and President John Dramani Mahama every child 4 from 2012 to 2016. It is what been 2024. It was said by 2028, you know. Majinamu krabi, but
I don't know.
Not that, but they think
election. I'm saying election. No, so Justin Kodua and a B no money. I don't know. Or more candidate I am fan of Raza.
but almost President John Dramani Mahama every 8 years, no. Send the constitution in my Ubia say.
So why are we even discussing it now? Yeah, discussing it the have we
has something to try for 4 months.
So what's the problem there? Let's see. So Obeko BMWA. It's not a year MPP for a dabbing. It shouldn't be dabbing. Number one. Number two, it's a constitutional provision. It is a constitution in man. You go to court.
Yeah.
Now court to not decide whether say a bear or nine.
Okay.
3. Obibia over contested to win any whether member of parliament or a year we know. Apart from so Obeko as an independent candidate, Obeko in the name of a certain political party,
sir.
And Obeko in the name of a certain political party. A party no will look at Omumra whether say Emranoma or Quine say Ubetimi Ababe Jina on the ticket of the party.
Okay.
Near the wide and near the work. We have not exhausted any of these procedures. Ujina say Obeko bim do demonstration. The demonstration in your Chief Justice in Tina and over prevent your mama. How do you prevent him? Yeah, see, the never and be no end. The only people that can say, yeah, my own son, the president a third time if he wants to go is the Ghanaian.
Okay.
The Ghanaians too also decide and see, so Obedi Akunyano, the performance design. If you say $18 or buy about 13, yeah, amount for the man and say, business for but when I say, if the fundamentals are weak, the dollar, the exchange rate will expose you. Now, the exchange rate is exposing Bawumia and the people because exchange rate, is becoming better in favor of Ghana, which means that the economy is good. That is what the Ghanaian want. And now the auto and 1,000 cities are auto no, a year 600 no, and then a bra no 1,400 no, about 1,000. A friend is saying. Size 5 back it's still coming down. Even at certain places the bro has come down to 800 and also Ghana ni no man ninja. So if Obeko third term ni better a bro na ye tono a 1,000 cities ni ye tono 300 is it not better than say the MPP for no matter be we scadia ko good dem na. Is that what we want to talk about? But we have not gotten to that stage. Until they shouldn't waste our time. They should look on say media airways I may discuss it, trivial things, unnecessary things to say, no moment can tenacity say no busa say dollar na ye demo ye and the what is the difference? A siama na adwene ye saying what me about there and this yantimi anye. Oh yeah, Sami Jamfi or buy gold no within just 1 month, gold now move from 30, the reserves now move from 30 tons to 31 tons. Send one year, no, that young boy send with me a year, no, and now no can say Petro Bua then Abba form in charge, boss to name one way. Yet that that's a cow the Chiragana for no who say about Papa Binay and Abba. We are not saying these things. Demonstration and fast will be any so. And
talking about the dollar, no. People are saying say and yeah 419 be say. Because me say about Betuaba no under President Nana Addo time no. Oh why it me ba for mo na eje no ho a ene o che no kra enche. So this time around no you say from 15 e ba ya na be do 14. You say sa be ko biem. Afi aba be do 13. Eno as a time am check ye na nam 13.47 47. Me say be check biem above 13.19. I'm say die na ekoso honorable then am waye ne soronko because under Kenoforiata Adams msubeso mu under Bawumia any Nana Addo time no dollar no je no but this time within 4 months quick
because oyenya yebu mine ni sese na different from omombu mine menya financial expert yeah, just a bit of finance.
Okay.
I mean, coming here to say the TRCB, so I always bring it to the layman point of view.
Yeah.
Basic economic principles say scarcity of goods, prices shoot up.
Yeah.
And this urban phone way, back on the na for it here in na yepa. The autumn no boa pen or the budget. The na ho den so no so dollar no the World Bank hona yetimi ton.
Okay.
the forest bureaus no almost pick dollar no from the banks.
Okay.
No more the above until no more beton work or no work where they
Akutu.
or call bank dollar near kitwed. So the demand for dollars is high.
Okay.
Meanwhile, dollar ne go no mona over so per $1,000.
Okay.
You be yama on. I 1,000 penny go. And a nipa be your phone so about some per $1,000. Into the open or the other, no the edge. And I was a ultimate no nyam faso, no timisa ko per dollar for the other. So what it meant was that dollar nugu amount for them in ni bank.
Okay, nti wo pe bia wo bere.
Pe bia obre. Kakra na e wo ho no. E wo se Bank of Ghana ni timi e de ye adwuma nyam faso. Je wo se ne bo ne ye den. Gold a ye de nyam more dollars by way of reserves.
Yeah.
Gold on your maso a hwim
ne ja fan fichiri.
Neko. Okay, say me kwachi bi 400 kilos.
Yeah. E wo.
Tank e dwane
akotoka.
Na 150 e ko dada. Enti size dollar na ko in real terms.
Okay.
The pakro na di kan akọ akọ scan ye deposit no wo ho. So dollar gold na go say the dollar ni bi ba no. Gold na ko dollar na ama.
Okay.
And so that was some of the causes. But then untimi mfa gold ntra Ghana without going through the gold board PMMC for.
Okay.
Enti real gold value Sikano comes. So there's a lot of dollars in the bank. Just say so and na kura omo ye omo adwen say omo de beba 10 me sure. Say governor na adwen say o de beba 10 cedis.
10 cedis
to a dollar and they are obetimi. But odwen adwadifuo ho.
Okay.
And for that matter also managing the kakra. So this is a government that unria Ghana mine. So that is the difference between the NDC and the MPP. NDC bema. Oh, say mama kaze mitro. And before so no more kasa. And 120 days after your markings say it's a period amount for home.
Yeah. Amount for kwenu mo kwa so mo traba ma NDC.
Ni busa me say afama na kaza.
Yeah, and
nobody
on your press conference.
Nobody to see no so say on kasa.
Oh, no you free.
No free na no kasa asem. In a problem or eminia no. Problem one. Look, as we speak now, Afanyo Martin should be doing press conference and telling now buying for our Mukura diplomatic passport to say, go and submit your diplomatic passport. 4 months over 200 Nanado appointees on the Mukura diplomatic passport, and they travel with those passports. This is a government that is not going even after them or power match or Do you know how many days they gave us to submit our diplomatic passport? 7 days. An order straight. You are to submit your diplomatic passport in 7 days. That is when and now in on the 8th of January. A message to that effect. One fan you have a problem. 7 days was given to us to submit it. 4 months they are still keeping it. Obianka almost is under a period that amount for home as well. And then you be you dear. Yeah, but you do see you for brewa. You ma letter respectful. So we have terminated your appointment. Busame, how I got replaced? Me ma sorry anopa me call Jumama call me call na obi timakonwa so. My office. Not even a decency to write and say proceed or leave. Oh, and now we can't and say and under this government the transition and amount for I don't see what it really means.
In Sono high, but Kofi Bento Ababekansi was say credit Bawumia for his gold reserve initiative.
That was in and or cancer
was no $1 na tima babejina
for the DNA dollar no Bawumia yes 2017 and who no was say about from na da ho kosoro January so unu say da ho kosoro the Bawumia de no yen credit no panye de na be na Bawumia credit na de beba. Sometimes this hypocrisy must stop. No, sometimes when you talk like akwara afeni de na school na ya ka che ne say a lion has a tail, he has a big head and a very small waist.
The near can
say ya force on the share
wanum. Okay.
but when now tenants we now say oh green one I go say that can be the that's exactly how they are
behaving. You say be change here na abusafo so no ha yenti yes background ne kakra yeah okay abusia sene ye kai no nso nti na wo say ye change position ne kakra so honorable nti Kofi Bench asem na wo ka no wo say gold for oil no ana etimi abobbo achiemu ana NDC bayi ababetum kwam tie so mfaso no ena mudi ama dollar no etimi ayesai
well it's a sign that here they are I mean say Ghana for the area and say dollar no beba for me
okay
and it is about me na aye ama dollar na back from one you can give the credit to Baumia no problem
okay
but you see these are hypocrites intellectual hypocrites
yeah
or no or see ade akọ akire our platform nti or try no I have to say asofo no a omoye politicians
yeah
now afa quotation or bible no agina pulpit nani no they akasa man the political party he believes in
okay
now wamana sound like a prophecy nyame na kasa here the meanwhile what na say with them adwen ho ahwe say the way come wine say a benya Ghana phobia ma o ma atimi atiase akọ MPP side and I say I just say to say buati say no one ba o miamu committee no mo kire no kwan o befa so o mbewi abanu mu na o mo timi ma no hu say abane de wo ye den a o mbewi ewiem so a ye ba we enti no ya ro gina asore dem a no aye overly confident nya nyame na na ka bibi a kire meeting bia o mo tena say e de bo potom di be wi abamu waka ho
okay
and o mo kano correct pa ma no say o ye ho hwia enye enti o timi nya confidence o de ba de nya nyame na e ka kire no enti Kofi Bench no mo no eye MPP asem na oka
okay
enye book knowledge na we there or one because na asem na oka it doesn't resonate with academic reasoning
okay
gold for oil what it simply means is that yenye gold no yento
okay
obi so or dollar ti akwaye a modern way of barter trade
yeah what do we buy now abeju
simple nti eye den na eno no timi ma dollar no Cedi no nya ahode che dollar because before MPP for be free akunya so they are running into fuel shortage
yeah
enya fuel in farm power ye thermal plants ni nya light
and that gold for oil
there were shortages and the gold for oil how did it contribute to today's performance in terms of the sea? Na ntina say o kasa me sitting here omo a me kasa ma omo atie me no me papa no mbi wo mu me ma me no mbi wo mu
yeah
omo a me ni omo school kra no omo ni ma de e che me kra dodo na wo omo tie omo a omo manyini che omo so omo abin e sharp omo tie enti sometimes o kasa also throw your eye to your audience your listeners
okay
na she say asem ya me kan will I make sense to omo a omo tie because some people are omo tie wo no our very high level but o kasa kra no wa fe say it be teacher no wo kire ma de no o tie mi a
be feel say
that should be what should be influencing Kofi Bench no money this so-called CSOs no say o ma say no o mo ka no Sebi omu nimu nyansa nkyɛn yɛ no. He is not a master of all fields. He is a researcher. About your research, you will be able to hear you.
Yeah.
So that is how the whole system is.
Okay.
I think that on Sankoya another research and come and tell us because the Emma gold, oil, no, dollar, no, apostle. It has nothing to do with oil and gold trade.
Okay.
Nothing to do with it at all.
But no, we can about Konya and that Mumu free power 2016. No, Konya fast we are more positions in me diplomatic passport a free month. But this time around, the 4 months, I think say foreign minister Krab Babonti as a beya announcement to say Omun Famara as a moment you know you give you by force, but a drew President MAHAMA so there on a patch also Omun Famara.
So we entina yes kasenka was say MPP for Afenyo markets in the go for omo ye press conference na omo both John Mahama and the NDC abaso say look yamfa bibia anto nchen o tan o kodu a
No in America.
Cedi ye nyoma enye sa ena ye miami nua eye Mozart former Kompanochi CEO.
Okay.
Order ase ebra yaka so for na djuma ento ho wada ase ya babeda John Mahama ase so o mana konya mana som for 4 months there and the government onim bi entra dia ya to abawi a no owo eho Dr. Apalu 7 days kura amba na yi ni si nche.
Okay.
Yes. But John Mahama wama Mozart the opportunity. I'm not serve to the time that officer a failure.
Yes.
Don't prepare. But we are in say Mozart MP.
Okay.
The senior. So, but yeah, I'm going to say the MP before. Me call office no. Na Abu Ramadan no oti makunya so. Ya ma me let him go.
E wona do.
Yes. Me office no na ya bie na ma na ba betrem. Ah what so a o ye say. E bi o say Yammin. Me na ma ba betra akunya mo. That.
Ya ma let him be.
No. Yang show the decency prior to say Kofi wa ban aye Kofi. Bo bi di the never betna. I never complain. Diplomatic passport. Yeah, they let your throw tell was a message and gave an order 7 days comply.
Or so the back.
Na me wokuma say o say me tuka straight na me de ko there. And then yama order so omumbra 4 months be in chase you be people are still traveling with their diplomatic status. Foreign Affairs Minister assigned appeal being some of there. It can't happen under the MP. Okay. It couldn't happen under the MP. You can't force on this a lot to say the fast. Look at the brutality manner in which I don't know fast. Young Kobuno dear, but so okay the way or modern for radio so TV so yeah mameno running mameno down and son akra yeah man akra say bi near the chief justice here anka Ghana ke obi ewo but the man all the freedom even time petition ko ya won chiro famra kra eno ho Asem they still gave her the chance to respond the every day bit made this current administration is doing something probably Yenumbi may not be happy in terms of how you or money because you share the way MPP before no year we think that was said to say which is me yeah day 7 days ma'am say if I'm a diplomatic passport in that work now me transfer me who say under our administration MPP need that work diplomatic passport for 4 months I pay me
Okay.
So sometimes you understand how the NDC executive, feels the way we are handling the MPP. But it's the governance style of the current president.
Okay.
Say no, look, Ghana food na, but edu baby a yema embranen fanye the empa. Oh, mambranen swa, then you have people making unnecessary, trivial, useless statements in this country. Instead for them to applaud what is going on, to tell the whole world that real democracy is being practiced now under this current administration, they are rather making unnecessary noise.
I think as now there are some appointments President Nana do former ebi da so wo opposition so
Of course.
No,
people are still working. Do baby NDC for executives are not happy.
Okay.
They think that no, they are too lenient. But hey, it takes some time.
Okay.
Or he got the opportunity to serve. It is not like sorry free work. The time, but said they will be also there. Some appointments can be done just by a matter of Gillette and some will have to go through a certain transition.
Okay.
What's the answer? But all in all, Ghana, so there should be a system. Ghana, Libya, Benya, I mean, Pepa, and Philly. Say that is what the NDC is doing different from the MP.
Wow. 120 days under John Dramani Mahama administration. 120 days. And I to force him, I can say after the marking press conference, I say, Omu she in Koso. Na Bosha will be go akwen NDC be go akwen mu nyina no. Say ne Ghana for Kotraba na and she ya 20% kra no. Munya they will take the election to court because mafia look at all.
Madam Fubina, I say, Ocham baby na or take brokubi. I say, assuming without admitting.
Okay.
Assuming without admitting.
Okay.
As I brought from the end of the pa. But no one tells you.
Okay.
The free work on Casabia. Assuming without admitting. Assuming without admitting. And about who Busan is there. Assuming without admitting. I just as say, yeah, we have for the two. While points are going to mean trust.
Yeah.
And a big paper and a better markets here to take away the shine of the achievement of the NDC.
Okay.
NDC ama 120-day a year
contract
promise. Into your outline and your maybe. Now, if you say a final marking, say the fact no about one after the other.
I be a okay or yeah,
okay. We want to be into okay, can in Bumwa now, Papa could see 30 out of 100 now. Okay, so he now says that Wafi. But to come and say, Wafeli, Ghana, to a band now, Ghana for the two about when you are not able to tell us, when Mr. Ben or can say, oh, yeah, 1 year, why? Minko Bibriu. Your MAHAMA say 120 days. Or best set up a fund to be a friend of MAHAMA care.
Yeah.
So I found is supposed to treat people with chronic disease. You can't obi or chronic disease. Obi an yare no eye kranko osan nko. Examples be BP, or cancer, kidney, diabetes. Sa yare no yare a the treating a lifetime.
Okay.
About so quite easily.
Okay.
Ne nneɛma nso a yɛde treat no nso boa de. BP koraa de. Mmarima no bebree dwane away from BP no because ɔmo say it affects their stamina.
Okay.
BP aduro. Nti sɛ ɔbɛnum BP aduro ama ne yere no aduane a ɔbɛma ne nam ketewa te sɛ ne ba deɛ ne deɛ. And they are on cry. So people are dying at a time where any kind say oh because okay BP aduro no a ebema na da ho aye normal bema a ne yirin ko didi na tem ne ade ne boa de okay ontimi enti obejai and onamo ati. So John Mahama says that sa premature death okay mama ebinsi into one wo ba within 120 days we be create a fund for tour I be friend of Mahama care different from the health insurance and no they are purely to be assessed by nipa or more these chronic diseases. Okay, it is a BP. Don't die because when you scan to BP, all you need to do is to go to the hospital with what shows you say BP and what's the drug in the mouth. Okay, so I found John Mahama double to the 4 months salary.
I think 6
months.
Yeah,
who's our fund?
Vice President
the need for a bed.
Health Minister the career.
Yeah, it's a fund within 120 days. It has been set. A part of the 120-day contract now. Okay. Football and sports. Yanga idea to friends supporters. Maybe Inter Miami fan. Okay. But maybe a Messi be America way almost 4 hours, sometimes 5 hours. Yeah. Almost on 11 p.m. Now me to all train. Men that yeah, na me free so. We need to home. So onu we are Messi no ato private jet no ato yen na etua nika. Yeah. So yan so the etua ye ka wo mu an say Nkrofobia take advantage of the sports to pay supporters. Into what the answer can say Messi the chef's goal. No chance. Says our prediction ne bamua when a big kakra. And then the friend bet to me and no ye supporters and so your salary for supporting a certain Nana do say ukana wa wudu sika fa kuka bet udi wi a yes until the betua wo ka no ne ati betting tax your mama say 120 days no ba betting tax go be here if I show you new through we see e-levy ne ma ko pe misika na me send ya ma me ma me I say me say di bisa to so mi tua tax ama MTN for no na me say tua ama aban abraban eminya adwuma bia onya adwuma bia anya emma and the Ghanaian was not comfortable with this. John Mahama said me ba usika na wo de ma wo ma me na no an e bro papa e de but unke so chem so me ka se me bobo saa endioma we so a emu de hin na John Mahama ba ya wo se obeya ontimi yede enye John Mahama said obe form the cabinet. Okay. within the 120. But your cabinet in your form. Me deputy minister, Mr. Ajumase in May. We got your famous Ajumase in April. In March. As deputy minister.
Yeah.
What I say? This is your Ajuma year and second this is appointment here. And then look, I say about this is in I confirm even before 6 months, 120 days that been formed. Is that not part of the Nadia Waka?
Yeah.
He talked about forming a lean government with 60 ministers.
Yeah.
If I try to look at it, 60 nuclear will nyai.
I think I has a three was say 4.
One nyai. And he's running this country with 60 ministers, performing better than 120 ministers. And they all see Ghana no ho chire no sisi ya. And a Ghana for to a bar. A Kajomama and a crop with Japan. A Casabin or person or Kabika.
Okay.
I expect him to put down and pick point by point because the manifesto it is there, point by point.
Yes.
Into a Haiti, I know I can say how 1 year. After I can't show I know. I say. I said dollar no man about from $1 and about from. I mean all these things. Look, I found your markings, no. One way a good baby, no. One way a month for Becca said. I'm going to check up.
Send away in your man. You see, almost the mighty minority.
Oh, mighty.
Yeah, almost a minority. Minority shall more press your bind.
We are minority. We are mighty. Because in your more, minority, mighty minority, and for more second.
I think that a Reverend Tim for your class and say about me about Nabaso. How we see the press, we see the press. Oh, but me that's what can't say.
No, but they were pressing a band with other. I don't know Kazabi. Yeah, friend of the court near they were Jakaza, and I evidence in the movie. And also were evidence. Then there's evidence in the brand. Also, a man for being a council you. The amount of tree will review I am. They be about Miano Kaza digitalization. Yeah. Maybe feature and Mekai. You say, until you all can ask.
Okay.
It's like no Upimu lecture hall. And or this a lecture be a course of digitalization. The lecture on nature positives and negatives of digitalization. When I got again, and or babbage now or the other. And this and someone know all kind about digitalization exposes him. Beyond the minority near them. In Tifodio, mere Madame Fuminia. You say, Waba became the class of a software you can't throw away. In Tifodio. Who's that's why a software? Yeah. And a software you can't throw away. One also about the count. One what baby what say a month for because a play be about the scene and why that time open time the first to break the story kind of attitude and I didn't produce we say brand be church to say what silent why you want to mean kasabi now we no be you no praising
I was so or press ya bind pa
oppressing what there ho
choma abano aso yeshi
abano aso be yeshi abano kan ya no kire oni o ma e course so apply the bc you know so evidence na afabra you are not bringing it that you be force so am the evidence na e aba eno uga na ye ba becho wa fre ya si gina mo be o ba beche me ye na usuro
okay
me ne ka me na me dem e bi akasa no ma ba wonte you become a hero. Okay. He was afraid to become a hero because he knows clearly said he was not a hero. He doesn't deserve to be called a hero. But somebody knew Rahov now Semono are all kind of and Sisiswa. And also it has its own consequences. And when the fact be the more you say na Ghana for buying into it as student no kre yase ntro utwa ne bebre na afi na ne no kra there asset. So that attitude omo de adwuma in 2016 wow, and they think that they can do it now. But this time round, okay, will force you to come and produce evidence.
Okay. Wow. But all I think say Obia would do a cheaper now. I think we saw this question about sports. You have been a deputy sports minister. It drew maybe me say from 2016 Bano. Ghana Blasters ebe ye te say yetimi Sudan kura kushia na omahye but you say maybe dua Egypt kura no say 6-1 or say 5-1 or say 6-1 under President John Dramani Mahama 2 matches are Ghana bomina no timi who say as a vim bi people are asking say one more time no mo ye me say mo ba ye mo saya sports no say from 2016 to 2024 yeah ye beto abai Blasters be ye adie bia na chese woni obi akohia kwa na lose.
Okay, so football there. Never we bring the go into football.
Okay.
But then what we do? We mean to kwesi apia or MPP.
Okay.
Obia organ obia ni to kwesi apia
or MPP. Now you're deputy minister for sports.
But kwesi apia be kire so many to see. Obia ni se kwesi na ntechi or MPP.
Okay.
But ni kwesi na ntechi e frɛ ho bro. Et say Masu Ekonadu. My name is Ekonadu. Et say all they need the encouragement,
okay,
the support. They themselves know how to perform. Why interfere with them? Now encourage you. Because I'm Masu Ekonadu. Chan 2015 that was South Africa.
Okay.
Masu Ekonadu ediko team no ko. Team no performance. My chance to say you go to even the quarter finals. But Masu Ekonadu jina has to say I gave him all the hope for say minister onko ani nipa. O catch him say everything. I say Maxwell, you win this cup. You know the call. You know what tenacity. But yeah, it tells me that look, I like the way you are motivating me. You're quiet to finance. I find out no team for was South Africa.
Yeah,
you lost by a penalty. So
yeah.
But Obi and one my chance to say the team will be me qualify even from the group stage. It's like okay. Under 20 or take you lose your first match, you lose your second match, your third match, you're winning with a better score line. You beat me one of the third best teams. I encourage them, players, and I sat down with them, go out, win the US last match, beat Nyashe, put a Shabako Pemaya. Near Swenka say you buy it, we share.
Okay.
But when you score more goals, you are likely to be one of the best third team players to go ahead. Okay. When your opportunity now, some more goals. They say US for there became part of third team place. You're Korea to third place. Yeah. You're winning bronze by beating Kuwait. Yeah, Jay Wafu Kumase. Kwesi apia. Or in the squad you buy. You can be biao. Okay. On one a bachelor, no justify A, B, C. You don't interfere with some. They are not nothing. So the time one. The day are you and Nimiano Missouli more sense never. To be I ask Kwesi apia. Come a Ghana for a year before said Oma apologize here. Or more young cock without them. So Kwesi, do you need them? I say yes. Okay. Then my listening here and Baba to hold on. Just give me some little time. Let me try to talk to these players. Many the day are you, and Jordan are you tonight telephone. So 1 hour. I'm saying it for the first time here.
Okay.
To convince them. because they were not happy. He said the way I felt so Emma or more resign or more wasn't the best.
Yeah.
Until they were not ready to bring him the apology letter. And Pastor Man Famba, because he's not supposed to include them.
Okay.
But I want to say what here or Monya, some boys know on the team. When you are Michael, when you are Sule Mutar, when you are Dede, when you are Jordana, the team no ever strong. I mean, no behind the scenes. If you see a Piabusano, you say, don't worry, I'm speaking to them. But now you have 2 delegations across France, ne, Omako Shiane, and they still didn't work.
Okay.
Then Abedi Jina Afonso 1 hour convincing him to tell the day and his people. It's convincing Abedi for 1 hour to tell the day who said I am calling them. I'm afraid. No more Jina so Kasaya. Finally, they rescinded their decision. And on by. Michael Essien was so okay. But no, but born the charity match you or Ghana or the players are Kakrakani mobile. Now they needed to see the president. Also, a mobile Ghana. What I did was I spoke to the president. And I was in the players, the president should give them audience. They will mobile we are. Our president now the other. That is how come. You are quite facilitating the scene of the president in the microphone. The president appealed to him. Finally, all these players came now some 3 matches they are qualified, and everybody saw their performance. Zambia Zambia able draw rank or more qualified. Yes, almost 2-1. Then Egypt saw the game you go away play as well as going into the World Cup. And all the support they need. Other than acrophobia, that is the difference in it. Whatever they need, we give it to them for them to be able to perform.
Black Stars, I'm not for say politics are with them more. Politics
well, if you want it to come in, fine. But me, I didn't. My interest was here winning.
Okay.
It's not about player when okay. So we didn't look at Kwesi as MPP, both Kwesi coach and Kwesi GFA. But support to be an hour said more because Omoya Kedo doesn't go to MPP. Kedo comes to Ghana and the government. Also the Etiaban, the budget a year everything. Okay, cope a year matches. Kwesi not the Chitia Busana. Players no you know the tune Cedi. Okay. Go training a team. No man, could go from a dog one check. Okay, a way of motivating them. They see that you are around. Remember, there was this Kotoko player, Anaba. You know, a captain for the under-20. Yeah, well, on said Dagate Frafra. Yeah, and one of them, Eddie, Agorabaka in the meeting. So Anaba at a point will be able to tell me what is causing their performance. Okay. For me to also talk to a coach. So at a point, the last match against a baby and as I started airborne and Abano, not on pay. Into a say or prefer say a man start even from the bench than say a man there. So last minute I told Salastete and then pay your phone in I said, Chief, your last match in Yebo, try these players almost move it near shame. No, at least I'm and they turn the game around. Because of a relationship between Slighted and Crawford. And they all agree and they give up their best, and their best is what you are talking about now. Yeah, that era where the support they need, everything is giving them for them to perform.
Yes, that's the only magical room. Because the same players are Elusu to Sudan, Comoros, and as for the same, you know. So, I don't know, you but the idea a cat for Kurama, who said, you interview, no, concerning and somewhere na yet about President John Dramani Mahama, the ministers. ubeti bi a radio presenter bi o kasa we ya akwara we wusa omo ye nkwara this time around I say who say youth na say young guys na wo NDC mu no any appointment more we dey compare ebia previous ones na President John Dramani Mahama be this na and na mama for be ya omo say omo ye nkwara nti they need to keep quiet, especially if you say Sami Jensi, Malik Basintali, Dr. Frank Amakoni ne others bi emu na then amasa changes in buy.
So sometimes we drink nipa no MPP for one and then Ghana for angasa per se ne na trying to understand the method.
Yeah.
Sami Jensi is a knowledgeable guy. He can be as young as whatever. Obi a law school. Look at the performance at the law school.
Okay.
Yeah, can't omunim law. Sami Jensi is one of them.
Okay.
So say your man is CEO or a small boy.
Where akura?
Masa. France president, you know, Sami Jensi nyini nchen. The whole France is a superpower. One president who only about 40 years. When the president at the age of 30-something years.
Yeah.
What kind of mentality in the way you are Ghana, sir? Where we are Paradia, sebi wouldn't answer. Meanwhile, Parakiti for first, you don't be a professor. Yes, I will be a fool, baby. You see, yeah. You can't be a professor. You don't need Ghana. That's what you be for, sir. Today, look at professors. Professor Nanama Brown.
Yeah. NP, Anna EP.
Yes, EP. 40 years, full professor. Yeah, man, see you and now say you are somebody that is training PhD holders. So ya kwara obeda ya kwara. Eduzi tamaku.
Okay.
What's the
O ya kwara.
Malik Basintele. Otimi gina ho debate lawyers a floor. Otimi communicate. What's the way ya kwara antiman nkem kwa hwan na ngongo che.
Ya omuhia
penifo. No to penyin the difference be na baba. So yanya mam ha o prepare adwuma I say you have to have 10 years experience. No, 10 years experience and no 10 years experience and son or bawa go baba baby or. It's time we give an opportunity for people to prove themselves.
Okay.
Aban so the ewuremu a it's not automatic. You bet me ewuremu nne. When your performance is not good, you change you and bring somebody.
Yeah.
And the fact that okoshi emu doesn't mean say sa na edeko. But so far that young boy you call Sami Jensi has turned the gold industry into a different thing. A better resource in terms of our economy. At first in wedding fees, as compared to Ken Furiata. Look at the performance of our two forces as compared to Ken Furiata. He's a young guy. I mean, look at how they are managing the economy. Akwara any day, sebi only again will team to decide left or right.
Okay.
People who have gotten married, wawo emma, o friend akwara. Na why be na be friend akwara.
Okay.
I don't understand them. John Mahama is giving opportunity to the fresh blood. Before we win page for the Totobiko Arches, the Atua Hoys, the Siedun Ketiers, Rollins gave them opportunity. This same era of Nipa Ayapoint to.
Okay.
How old was John Mahama when Rollins made him a deputy minister?
Yeah.
And no, they didn't fire and they didn't be now. Maybe I can say, obedi 50 years and sign a appointment. Maybe I think a fine president like Bananko minister. But they gave him the opportunity at the early stage. He proved himself. And I didn't acquire Ghana for them. Okay. So he also wants to give opportunity to this young blood. If indeed they are hungry to see the success of this country. And so far, 4 months, you could see clearly say they are hungry to change the destiny of this country. And we are proud that these people will change with the support of the party to them. No? We'll see a change.
Honorable Mpacho, this last message I had my na for your community say every mo ayesan e be share on other matters.
Nothing nice, simple, just Ghana from young a train hope. It's too early for anybody to judge this government.
Okay.
But the performance is clear indication say a be war at the energy.
Okay.
A 4 months old administration cannot be compared to an 8-year period.
Okay.
So it was a matter of time. When the system turns, it is everything.
Wow. I was for the national organizer Edema NDC Amanyuku Honorable Joseph Yammin ana ebresa ba mu a wama ya kwanya na yene no atenase asan edi nkomo. The next time e be hia no other matters e ho bia nso no ye be hwe na ye di ho enkomo.